Welcome back to Wellness Lenses. Imagine a world where conversations were easy and you could walk into any social situation with confidence and never feel like you don't know what to say. Whether you're at a networking event, on a date, or just hanging out with friends, making sure you're never at a loss for words can make a huge difference in your social life. Today, I'm going to show you how to keep your conversations interesting, bust some common myths, and give you actionable tips based on both psychological research and my own experience. By the end of this lecture, you'll have the tools you need to make meaningful connections and have a good time in any conversation. Before we get into the tips that will help you never run out of things to say, let's talk about the fear of silence, which is a common misconception that often holds people back. When there's a short pause in a conversation, it's normal to feel uncomfortable. Many people think that awkward silences should always be filled with words. But I want to reassure you that silence is not your enemy in a conversation. In fact, it can be your friend. Research has shown that short pauses in a conversation can give you time to think more deeply and help you come up with better answers. These quiet times can also make people feel more at ease with each other and give them time to think about what was said and come up with a more meaningful response. Matthias Mell and his colleagues did a study in 2001 that showed that silences can actually make the conversation better as a whole. This article will be listed below if you want to take a look for yourself. So, the next time you're having a conversation and there's a brief silence, don't try to fill it up too quickly. Remember that a well-timed pause can add to the natural ebb and flow of a conversation, making it feel more real and full. One of the most important things you can do to make sure you never run out of things to say is to learn how to listen. Giving someone your full attention has become rare in our fast-paced world, where there are lots of other things to do. Yet, this is the very thing that can make your conversations go from normal to amazing. Active listening isn't just about hearing the words, it's about also understanding the speaker's thoughts and feelings and making a connection with them. When you listen actively, you make it safe and easy for the other person to say everything they want to say. This not only makes the conversation more meaningful, but also helps you get closer. Graham Bodie's research on the value of active listening, which is also cited below, shows that it not only improves the quality of the conversation, but also helps people get along and feel connected. So the next time you're in a conversation, don't try to think of what to say while the other person is talking. Instead, pay close attention to what they say, ask clarifying questions, and show that you really care what they have to say. This simple but powerful change in how you talk to people can have a big impact, leading to conversations where both people feel understood, valued, and deeply connected. Now, let's dive into the magical world of storytelling, which is an easy way to improve your ability to talk to people. Humans have been telling stories to each other for hundreds of years, and there's a good reason for that. Stories have a special way of keeping people interested and making them feel something deep. Sharing personal stories and experiences not only makes your conversation more interesting, but it also gives your conversation partner a look into your world. Whether it's a heartwarming memory from your childhood, a funny mistake, or a lesson you learned recently, your stories show what you believe and who you are. When you tell stories, you don't just give information. You also give the other person a chance to get to know you on a deeper level, more personal level. Real connections are built on people who are willing to be open and honest. So, don't be afraid to tell stories in the right places when you talk. Draw from the tapestry of your life and watch as your words create a tapestry of understanding and connection. Remember that stories are your friends in the world of conversation. They help bridge the gaps between people and bring them together through shared experiences. To add to your conversational skills, let's look at the 4 technique, which is a simple but powerful way to start interesting conversations. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams are what Ford stands for. These 4 groups are like doors to a treasure chest full of things to talk about. You can start with family and ask them about their past, traditions, and experiences that made them who they are today. You can learn about their career path, their passions, and their professional goals when they are changing jobs. Recreation gives you a chance to learn about their hobbies, interests, and ways to relax. Lastly, if you look into people's dreams, you can find out about their goals aspirations, and what motivates them. The beauty of the Ford method is that it can be used in many different ways. It's not a list of questions to answer. Instead, it's a gentle way to find your way through the vast landscape of human experiences. And Wanzer's research shows how well open-ended questions about these topics can help people get to know each other better and make conversations more interesting. And this article is also listed below. By using the Ford technique in your interactions, you not only make sure that conversations stay interesting and relevant, but you also show a genuine interest in the other person's life, which is something that always leaves a lasting impression. So, the next time you don't know what to say, keep in mind that Ford can open doors that lead to heartfelt conversations. Now, let's talk about the power of curiosity and the art of asking follow-up questions as we continue to talk about how we keep conversations interesting and flowing. Curiosity is a magical trait that can turn a boring conversation into an exciting journey of discovery. When you're genuinely interested in what someone has done, what they think, and how they feel, your questions become more interesting and insightful. Think of curiosity as the spark that starts the flame of the conversation and lets it grow into something much deeper. Your secret weapon in this task is to ask follow-up questions. They show that you're not just interested in what's on the surface, but that you really want to know the other person. For example, if they tell you about a recent trip, you can ask them about their favorite parts or the strange things that happened. When you dig deeper, you find more, which makes the conversation more interesting. This keeps the conversation going and creates a two-way street. Your interest gets them involved, and their involvement makes you want to know more. Because of this, conversations go beyond just exchanging words and become shared explorations of what it means to be human. So, let your curiosity be your map, and your follow-up questions be your stars as you move through the vast landscape of conversation. Don't forget that it's not about having all the answers. It's about going on a journey together to find out more. As we come to the end of this video, keep in mind that it takes time and practice to learn how to never run out of things to say. The important thing is to go into conversations with an open mind and a desire to connect. By actively listening, telling stories, using the Ford method, and fostering curiosity, you'll find it easy to navigate conversations and make deeper connections with people. Good luck, and see you in the next video.